WhatsApp card photos. Today I'm just going to show you a deck profile deck of Dragon Empire, Trickstar. So with my starter, I'm actually running Trickstar. Trickstar is just because I want to Soul Blast Trickstar out and use Trickstar as much as I can, so I can get like 2 to 3 Trickstars in my hand, or 1 on the field and 2 on field and 1 in hand, which is good against most decks, just in case they retire or put cards in prison. Then I won this grade 1 from the trial deck. It just helps me search out for Trickstar. This card lets me Soul Blast Trickstar out, so I can grab Trickstar with the grade 3. All these are from the trial decks, so they're pretty easy to get. After that, just 3 of our main cards that we want to keep persona wide in, because our Vanguard is this from the wide deck. Make sure your wide deck is different sleeves to your main deck. It's kind of important. This card's good because when it's on field, act on Van, discard a card, choose a grade 0, and call it to Vanguard. Second skill is when it attacks, counterblast 1, and anything with overdress gains 10k. So you don't need to overdress to use the overdress 10k. As long as it just says the word overdress in its text, then you can gain 10k. I'm also 1 in 4. I don't have 4, but you need 4. This card's good, especially if you have like the grade 2s and Trickstar underneath it, because it gains 5k for each time you overdress in this. And its other skill is just a counterblast, discard, and you can stand this up. Just remember, this isn't a counter, so the 5k for each overdress in underneath this is at your turn and your opponent's turn. So it does become pretty strong and annoying to get rid of. Then I'm 1 in 4 of this. Obviously I don't have 4, but you want to 1 4. This card's pretty good because when you overdress, so when you ride on top of a Trickstar on a rear guard, counterblast and draw 2, which is really good. The 5k is alright. Doesn't really help me, but helps me attacks the grade 3, I guess. But yeah, I'm more after the draw ability. And then I'm 1 in 4 of this one from the trial deck, which is alright because when it attacks, gains 10k if you overdress and Soul Blast 2, and then you can choose one of your opponent's rear guards and then retire. Haven't really seen much that ability go off, and I haven't really activated that ability go off, but it's an overdress, so that's why it's in. This grade 1, just because when it boosts, it gets an extra 10. So if I'm boosting with like one of my grade 3s, it's a 23, and then with a Vanguard, it's 23, 33, and then with Persona it's 43. It's really good numbers. Makes our opponent has to guard more if he wants to guard. One of this, just so I can search for one of this, really. It's just when boosts, counterblast, retire this unit, such you have deck for a Vanguard in name. 3 Trickstars in the main deck because 1 is in our wide deck, and Trickstars are Trickstars. We need Trickstars. And then I'm 1 in 4 of the PGs. You really want this PG better than the trial deck PGs, just because it just has a better effect. So 1 in 4 of that. I'm 1 in 1 of this, just for now. I will take it out, but it sometimes does help me. A counterblast, so I can search for the trial deck. Drix overdress, and it gains 5k. Usually I guard with this, so as soon as this hits my hand, I usually guard with it, and then use this to bring it back. But if you don't want to 1 this, you can 1 4 of this. I'm 1 in 3 of it, but if you want to take this out, you can 1 4 of him if you want, or 4 of this Blitz Order. So just remember, Blitz Order works on your opponent's turn, and a normal order works at your turn. I had to tell my community that plenty of times, but What this card does is if you have 3 or more damage, 15k to your Vanguard, unit, yeah, 15k to your unit, which is really good. It's like a trigger, but the trigger doesn't, it's not a trigger, so it doesn't gain 10k, it's just 15k shield. Over trigger, I found out this is alright, 100 mil and you can stand up your Vanguard. 4 draws, because we really need to see draws and we don't do a lot of draws. And then 7 crits, because crits are crits. And then 4 heals, because heal triggers. Well, that's all. Thanks and later.